how are you going to de-escalate tensions with the Democratic Republic of Congo?
I think it's a matter of dealing with the real issues underlying this. This is a conflict that has run for decades and keeps coming back. There are several things that are really mixed up. One, if you look at in the Congo, people, the Congolese of Rwandan ethnicity, and how that issue has been handled in the Congo needs more attention and serious attention. And that, if that was to be addressed, and it can be addressed, there's no question about that. If you looked at the rights of people, fixing their problem is a simple matter. So I don't see why Congo has not. And then when the international community has got involved, they have ended up being part of the problem.
How?
So in Congo, we have these groups that are Congolese as of origin, even though they have Rwandan culture or heritage or background. Then you have these groups, the genocidaires, the people who committed genocide here in Rwanda, who have been there for all this time, since 94 and on, causing problems against Rwanda and within Congo itself. So when the UN came there and they were supposed to deal with this matter, they actually did not. So much has spent on them, tens of billions of dollars for so long, and we see no solution. In fact, recently in this new fighting, we found that the Congolese forces, FARDC, and MONUSC, which is the UN force, and these FDLR groups that committed genocide here in Rwanda were working together. So how did the UN force that was supposed to go fight these people end up actually fighting alongside them and against the so-called M23, which fights for the rights of these Congolese of Rwandese origin, and now they become the target, they become the problem, instead of really being even-handed to address the problem as it comes up. Yes.
And President Kagame, the president of DRC, to that point, is actually accused Rwanda of supporting those very rebels that you mentioned in its territory. What would you say to the president of the DRC right now? What would be your one message?
I would tell him, and I have told him before several times, making those accusations is simply running away from his responsibilities as the president of that country, as the leader of that country. Why he should not address the problems that are internal to the Congo of these people, and how he fails to also address the FDLR problem that is based in the Congo, that crosses the border and attacks our people. And then they make it worse. Recently, when there was fighting between the UN and Congolese forces and these genociders together fighting the M23, they decided actually now to bypass the M23 and started sharing in the territory of Rwanda and killing people and destroying property. So we have had a conversation. We've been talking. It's not that we haven't been addressing the right issues, but implementation, and for some reasons I don't understand, President Tshisekedi has chosen a completely different direction. I don't understand what that is going to give us. But this has been communicated directly to him several times. Now we are having different efforts trying to help de-escalate and resolve the problems. One is the effort by the Angolan president, President Lorenzo, who is the chair of the International Conference of the Great Lakes region. And then the other effort is by President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the chair of the East African Community. I'm told we are going to have a meeting this coming Monday. So hopefully we can find a way forward and address the real issues. But we need to attend to the real issues and stop pretending or mixing up matters.